Hey man, this your boy K Smooth coming to you with another video, Boxing Talk 100. And let's get right into it, man. Today is June the 6th, you know what I'm saying, Tuesday. And we got a fight, you know what I'm saying, this weekend, you know what I'm saying, Saturday, June the 10th. Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. And let's break it down, man. What can we look forward to? You know what I'm saying? Let's match up the styles and the last fights that, win or losses, whatever. Let's get right into it, man. Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. Who I think gonna win? I mean, let's break it down. Josh Taylor, 19 wins, 13 KOs with 0 losses. Teofimo Lopez, 18-1 with 13 KOs. And like I said, man, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be for Taylor's WBO junior welterweight title. It's gonna be in Madison Square Garden, New York. So, one thing about it, Teofimo Lopez, he has the advantage, being able to fight. He's from Brooklyn, but of course the fight is in Madison Square Garden. So that's kind of a little bit of going towards Teofimo Lopez's way. A guy like Josh Taylor, he's holding that WBO welterweight title. And Theo Lopez is trying to beat him to be able to take over that WBO. It's not going to be easy. I just feel like with Taylor, he's going to edge Teofimo. I feel like on the scorecards. I feel like it's not going to be no knockout because I feel like that's the only way Teofimo needs to win. I think a guy like Josh Taylor, he's going to come in there and swing. He's going to come in there and use combinations. He's going to box like a patient boxer. Yeah, and set you up for power punches. I think that's the difference between the two. With Theo, he's going to try to look for the knockout against Josh Taylor, not coming in there in their box. And so we've seen this previous with Theo, you know what I'm saying, coming in, not taking his time and getting counterpunched, with the knockdowns. He's strong, enough to get back on his feet. We don't see it, and he has that will, to be able to get off his feet, off his ass and back on the canvas. But we don't see Teofimo Lopez hit that mat, you know what I'm saying? We don't see in his last fight against Saunders Martin. Same thing, what I'm talking about is when Teofimo came in and Saunders, counterpunched Theo Lopez just by coming in. I feel like that's going to be the same thing for, Theo. He has to come in and be patient, man. Don't go in there and try to, at times you want to be able to show your, the knockout power or, power punches. But, a guy, like I said, a guy like Josh Taylor, I don't think he's going to be going. This is going to be a defensive chess type of match. It's for a world championship. Teofimo Lopez has to understand, man, patience is the key, man. This is how you win, you already done proved, at 135 and eventually getting your ass whooped and moving up at 140. Like I said, 140, it's a whole nother level, man. You got it's more strength to 140 to 135 than 130. But don't get me wrong, there's certain guys that's at 135 right now that should be at 140 that could easily go to 140 and make a name easily. Like Tank or Devin. And, not to, be off track or anything. Like I said, we got guys like Devin, that's moving up to 140 because we know 135 and that limit is, they can't make that weight. He's struggling. Devin Haney is struggling. So why not? I'm not mad if you don't even get to fight with Shakur, you know what I'm saying? Yes, everybody, we want that fight, but everybody needs to know, and they need to understand, when Devin says him and Shakur, they friends. He don't want to fight Shakur, but I think it's bullshit. I think it's, I think them niggas should fight, but I feel like, he said, Devin Haney said in the comment towards Shakur that he's not ready to fight him yet. And not to say that he's how do you say it, running or ducking from a boxer. I don't think that's the case with Devin Haney. I just feels like You know, either or, whether he, you know, if Devin stays at, you know, 135 and give a title defense shot to Shakir, then I'm all for it. You know, that's good. You know what I'm saying? You the champion at 135, but given a chance at 140, you giving a title defense, you know, against Regis Pro Grace. He is the WBC champion. And if you go over there and beat him at 140, then what? You got to respect him there or there. You see what I'm saying? Either or, you know, Devin Haney is in a good position, whether he's defending at 135 or moving up to 140 to make this fight with Regis Progress. It's scary. There's a lot of guys, that's good at 140. I'm not gonna say Devin. Yeah, he can compete because, like I said, he has the record to be able to prove it. You know what I'm saying? 30 wins with 0 losses, and you a unified champion at 135. If you move up to 140, then you're gonna have to vacate all those titles at 135 and leave it, you know, to such as Shakir and all those other guys that's trying to make a name to get, you know, 4 titles in that division. WBC, IBF, WBA, and the WBO titles will, you know what I'm saying, can be, you know, it could be for anybody, you know what I'm saying? If, like I said, if Devin vacates and move up to 140, them titles gonna be, you know, bounced around, and they can end up in Lomachenko's hands or, you know, Shakir Stevenson's hands or, you know, whoever. Them the 2 guys I would feel like those titles can, you know, be in their hands, or even Tank. You know, a lot of shit, you know, a lot of shit is being stirred up right now. You know, hopefully at 135, if Devin don't move up to 140 to face Regis, either or, it could be, man, we in a situation. Devin Haney is a situation to where he can't run at all. So either he's gonna have to defend 135 against Shakir, because Shakir, he's mandatory. You know what I'm saying? He's front runner up for that WBC title. You know what I'm saying? Match against Devin Haney. If he doesn't fight Shakir, then everybody's gonna assume Devin Haney is running, you know, from Shakir. It is what it is. Boxing Talk 100. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think Devin, you know, would be able to, you know, duck and dodge anybody. You see what I'm saying? Because if you fight a guy like Regis is a guy that everybody at 140, you know, he's dangerous. He's the man. He's the WBC champion. Even though Regis Pro Grace lost against Josh Taylor, you know, back then, and, you know, Regis had to get back on his grind just to be able to get in the position that he's in right now. So yeah, you know, like I said, there's 4 belts in that 140-pound division. You know, IBF, the WBO title, that's what Teofimo and Josh Taylor is you know, fighting for right now. Then you got, you know, other belts. Look at Riley Romero. He's getting ready to fight for a belt. It ain't the WBO or the WBC, but he's in there. It's either the IBF or the WBA title. I think it's the WBA title. But titles in 140 pound division is being tossed around right now. Anybody can claim those titles. That's all I'm saying. Anybody. But the man right now is Regis Pro Grace, and the main thing I say is hopefully we can get, you know, Pro Grace and Haney. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, with Eddie Hearn and Haney, you know, Haney, he talks to Eddie Hearn, so Eddie Hearn, all he could do is try to make the fight against Regis Pro Grace. You know, but Devin Haney is also a free agent as well, too, so he got to be able to sign with somebody before we can make these fights happen. You know, such as, you know, with Regis Pro Grace. But I'm not going to be on here biased. You know, that 140-pound division, man, Devin Haney moving up to that, you know, to fight them guys, man, is dangerous. Devin going to have to put on, you know, he's going to have to come in. You know, he might be a small 140-pound fighter, you know. You got to think about that. There's bigger 140-pound fighters. Those guys is way bigger. Devin, yeah, you know, since he's, you know, making, you know, he got, you know, he's outgrowing 135 pounds, moving up to 140. Yeah, it is what it is. He'll be perfect for it, you know what I'm saying, being able to compete at 140. The only thing he got to bring is his strength. Because if not, a guy like Pro Grace gonna tear his ass up, Haney. You know what I'm saying? And Haney, that's my guy. You know, what other weight I would love to see Devin Haney beat, Regis Pro Grace. And then you the man at 140. You are the title holder, WBC title holder. It just depends on Regis, you know what I'm saying, whether he want to give you that title defense shot. Which they say that, we talking about it, Eddie Hearn talking to Regis and, Devin, it's all staring up right now, man. We working with something right now, but, don't get your hopes up too much because like I said, we can see Devin still be at 135 pounds. He made a statement, he'll only stay at 135 pounds for Shakur Stevenson. That's a good fight. That's a mega fight right now. With all the shit that's going on with Tank, even though, what house arrest or whatever, I think he might have go to jail. I don't know what's going on with Tank, but Tank got to be able to get himself in order, you know what I'm saying? He got to be able to worry about his situations first, you know what I'm saying? But, I think he's like on home arrest now or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he was on home arrest and now he possibly could be going to jail for the rest of his time. It's some shit like that. I don't know what's going on with Tank, but it's a major setback if he has to go through, being able to deal with, this shit, you know what I'm saying, jail and all that, man, being able to deal with that, it's backtracking. Because we know that, Gervonta Tank Davis, a lot of people needs to know he has a WBA title in the 135-pound division along with Devin Haney's, WBA title. So they have the same, belt. You know what I'm saying? You would think Tank would be mandatory because of them having the same belt. Devin being the true champion, being undisputed, but somehow Tank has a WBA belt also. He has to vacate. Tank has to vacate because we only really got one true champion as Devin Haney. It ain't gonna make no sense. So I'm just saying, with a lot of shit, happening, yeah, Haney, he could just leave 135-pound division and just go up to 140. You know what I'm saying? Just vacate. I mean, we gonna see what happens. We right here at the end to where we need to see what happens. Don't nobody know. We can only talk about it and see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my opinion, in my opinion, there's a lot of fights that I want to be able to see Haney. Not even just seeing him fight. We got to be able to start, with Lomachenko 2 first. You know what I'm saying? With that rematch, because a lot of people thought that Haney lost. But it was so close, I got to be able to go and talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what leads up to this. It was so close, it could have went either way. Like I said, a lot of people don't watch that fight for the second time, and now they opinion is different. You see what I'm saying? We seen Lomachenko get his ass whooped. Y'all can't tell me y'all couldn't look at Lomachenko's face and see all the bruises and shit. There's just certain angles that y'all don't want to believe, you know what I'm saying? And it's true, Lomachenko, he got his ass whooped. He got schooled. It was so close. And like I said, I've been saying, to be able to be a champion, man, if you given a defense title, if I know that I'm in a boxing ring and I'm fighting a champion, I got to go in there and beat the champion and knock him out. That's the only way you keep, you get the belts. And those champions, those boxers that are champions sooner or later, they're going to be in the Hall of Fame. So to beat these champions and eventually these champions going into the Hall of Fame, you got to be able to beat a Hall of Famer. And that's what, Devin Haney did. But a lot of people are going to still deny it because of the work ethic and, in boxing, him being the more busier boxer, going against Lomachenko. So a lot of people gonna say what they want, but Devin Haney is still our champion, man, 30-0. But like I said, I feel like yeah, whether we see the rematch, that's where it should be, first. Honestly, that's what we should be talking about. But like I said, if we don't see no rematch, that's what it is. Devin got Lomachenko beat, on the record, so it's gonna say Haney defeats, Lomachenko, and That's good enough for me, you know what I'm saying? To where it don't need to be no rematch because you already got this man beat. So yes, if Devin decides to give Lomachenko a rematch, all because of what the people say, sometimes you don't need to listen to people because people are going to say what they want to say anyways. But if a rematch does happen, I'm all for it. And Devin Haney, he just got to be, he can't play in Haney versus Lomo 2. He can't play. This time you got to go on there and knock out Lomachenko because it was just too close. You know what I'm saying? Of a controversial call. It was too close, and I'm pretty sure Devin Haney, you do not want to go on there with a rematch, you know what I'm saying, with Lomachenko, and it's the same thing. Yeah, it could be the same thing, for you, because like I said, that's pretty much what we're going to see if we don't see nobody get knocked out. Whether Lomachenko put pressure on Devin Haney or Devin Haney puts pressure on Lomachenko. I don't want to be able to see the same shit, the same type of, controversial decision, of us seeing this, so, if Lomachenko versus Haney 2 happens, there needs to be a knockout. It's plain and simple, man. But other than that, Devin Haney, there ain't no excuses. He is our champion, so like I said, if we don't see Lomachenko for the rematch, then who would be next? It would be, Shakur Artain. I can say Shakir first because he's mandatory. This is what's being talked about. And then you have, like I said, I repeat it, Gervonta Tank David, he has a belt also, but it ain't the real belt. Why are you holding on to the WBA title belt knowing that Devin Haney is our real champion? I just need to understand, man. Somebody explain that shit to me. What's going on? Somebody need to vacate. But it ain't going to be Devin unless he moves up to 140. That would, make the most sense. It makes sense. But yeah, man, Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez, June 10th, this Saturday, Madison Square Garden, gonna be in New York. Taylor 19 wins, 13 KOs with 0 losses. His last win, he defeated Jose Ramirez by unanimous decision. And Teofimo Lopez, he defeated Saunders Morton by, unanimous decision or split decision, something like that. Him being 18-1. His only loss was against, George Kambosos Jr., you know what I'm saying? Theo Lopez would still be the man at 135 if he wouldn't have lost against George Kambosos, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, them titles at 135 have been tossed around, man. Nobody has physically, being comfortable with the title such as now as Devin Haney. And a lot of people hate it because, they got their favorite, boxers such as, Gervonta and Shakur Stevenson. But, Devin Haney, him being the man right now, he's the one holding the unified champion, all the belts. He's holding all the steel. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was mad, but it is what it is, man. But like I said, man, this is going to be a good fight, man. And Theo Lopez, he going to have to show me something. He's the only way he beats, Josh Taylor. You got to go in there and box, man. Take your time, man. You don't got to go on there and prove yourself, being a powerful boxer. Go on there, take your time, man, and just box. Be patient with it, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what Josh Taylor is going to do. And I feel like Josh Taylor, he's going to make Teofimo Lopez pay. Because, like I said, Teofimo Lopez, he's a power puncher. Yes, he's good at boxing, you know what I'm saying? When Teofimo Lopez, if he could really focus up, he'll be a dangerous boxer, man. But sometimes, man, he's hot-headed, man. He don't listen, to be able to be focused. Yeah, you'll go in there and box and you're not thinking about it. You're just trying to land. You're just trying to box. You're not being patient. See, a guy like Josh Taylor, man, that's the reason why he is a champion at, 140-pound division right now. I could be wrong. Because like I said, I'm not going to decide, Theo's 18-1 just off of one loss, and like I said, against George Kambosos. Actually, no. He lost twice, right? Teofimo lost twice. I'm tripping. What am I talking about? You got your ass whooped against no, it is one loss. Yeah, my bad. I'm thinking too hard, but yeah, it is one loss. And and that's against George Kambosos, you know, because you did beat Lomachenko and it was close. You know, that was a close fight for you, Teofimo, but you took care of business, and you beat a guy, you know, that's a future Hall of Famer. And yeah, man, you beat him. So you only got one loss, man. For some reason, I thought he had another loss, but it's only against George Kambosos. But yeah, man, this Saturday, man, we got us a fight, man. It's gonna be a good one. Make sure y'all tune in, and you know, 140. You know, a lot, like I said, you know, 140, 135 is still interesting a little bit, but all them guys that's at 135, such as, you know, Devin Haney, and, you know, sooner or later, you know, Ron Garcia, he's gonna be at 140. And Cruz, you know, he's at 135 right now, but he's gonna be at 140. There's gonna be a lot of guys right now that's in, you know, that's at 135 with all that good talent that's gonna move to 140. Everybody gonna sooner or later move up to 140, such as Devin, Shakur, even Shakur. Shakur is gonna dominate at 135. You know what I'm saying? Go through 135-pound division, and he's gonna only get bigger, and he's gonna move up to 140, chasing Devin Haney and Ron Garcia and all them guys. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, time will tell, man. Time will tell, man. It's boxing is here, man. It's getting interesting, and yeah, man. You know, the main thing, I go back to Josh Taylor versus Teofimo. You know, the main thing is with Theo Lopez, man. Just, you know, I think, you know, just humble yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, we don't see the some of the best shit talkers, you know what I'm saying? But that's gonna get your ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? Being hard-headed, because I feel like talking a lot, it can distract you, you know what I'm saying? Distract you a little bit, you know, from being, you know, focused. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's another thing when they do fight, that's gonna be, you know, Teofimo's downfall, you know what I'm saying? Talking too much shit. He ain't gonna be focused, you know. You gonna have a guy like Josh Taylor that's gonna come in. You know, he's going to be focused, and he going to beat the shit out of. I think he's going to wear, you know, Teofimo Lopez down. Like I said, 140-pound division is different. You know what I'm saying? You got a guy that can fight, you know, Josh Taylor, you know, going there with combinations. He can jab pretty good. He can mix up the combinations. He going to go in there and make it rugged. You know what I'm saying? He going to make it tough. And it's going to be a bloody, you know, swollen war. That's what I call it, a bloody, swollen war. You know, Josh Taylor versus Teofimo, because we don't see Teofimo being in some bloody fights, you know, being bruised up, eyes and bloodied, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, as being a boxer, you can't do nothing but give, you know, respect, you know, for these gladiators getting into the ring and, you know, being able to give it they all. But Teofimo, he's tough. I just think he gonna come up short, you know, this Saturday, you know, June 10th against Josh Taylor. You know, my prediction, Teofimo's tough. You know, like I said, Josh Taylor's going to outthrow, you know, outland punches on him. He's going to eventually, you know, break down Teofimo's. Like I said, in the past, I don't see Teofimo Lopez. He has a glass chin. We don't see him, you know, in his last fights against Saunders, against, you know, the fighters who he don't fall, we don't see him hit the mat, you know, being able to come in with, you know, counter punching. You know, slipping up, you know, coming in there, you're supposed to be able to. Sometimes it's good to be able to put pressure, you know, bring forth pressure against a fighter, but sometimes it's good to be able to fight off your back feet and show a little bit of defense, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's where your counter punching comes in. I think with those two, Josh Taylor, he's going to be more of catching Teofimo counter punching. And Teofimo, he's going to be trying to land power punches on Josh Taylor, which he's going to be effective, but in later rounds. But I just think that Josh Taylor, he's going to school Teofimo Lopez, and it could end in TKO, man. It could end in, you know, like I said, you know, I'm not just going to, you know, down Teofimo Lopez, but it could end in the 10th, the 9th, or the 10th, you know, in TKO stoppage for Josh Taylor. Or it could be unanimous decision for him to retain the WBO junior welterweight title. And that's what I'm going with, man, Josh Taylor. That's my final prediction for this Saturday. And, yeah, man, it's gonna be one for the ages, man. Like I said, I'm not too big off of Teofimo, Teofimo Lopez. I still want to see him fight Haney. I want to see, Teofimo fight, yeah, Ron Garcia, Haney, or Shakir, or some top fighters at 140. Teofimo got a chance to fight Regis Prograis. If he beats Josh Taylor, and just saying, if Regis don't fight Devin Haney, then we could possibly see Regis fight the winner out of Josh Taylor. Because like I said, Regis did get beat by Josh Taylor. So we could see a rematch, with that. The WBO title against the WBC title, at 140. We could be seeing that. We just got to stay tuned and see what's going to happen, man. And yeah, we just got to see what happens. There's still fights at 135. We got to see what happens. Like Shakir, man, we don't know if Shakir going to fight Devin. I try to get off Devin a little bit and just talk about Shakir. Yeah, with Shakir, like I said, he's mandatory, to fight Devin. Like I said, it's going to, I don't feel like Devin's running, and I'm pretty sure Shakir don't feel like Devin's running, but a lot of people and the fans are going to make it seem like Devin's running from Shakir. But it's all business, man. Any move, it's all about contracts and being able to negotiate and come at the table. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can fight anybody. What's going to make more sense, Devin Haney and Shakir, them, they on the level to where they getting money now, you know what I'm saying? So a little piece of paper ain't going to be shit to them, you know what I'm saying? No. And the name's got to be able to make sense, you know what I'm saying, for Shakir, like, Cruz, or Shakir could fight, I mean, it just depends, man. He could fight, Riley. He could fight Frank Martin, you know what I'm saying? That'll be a good one, Shakir and Frank Martin, you know what I'm saying? Of course, he can't fight Keyshawn because that's his homie. But yeah, Shakir, he could fight, man. You could put him in there with anybody. He could be at 130 to 135 to 140. That's how good Shakir is. You can't say that about a lot of fighters. You can say that about Devin, 130 to 135 to 140. You could say that about Tank, 130 to 135 to 140. We're gonna see what happens, man. But like I said, man, who would be if Devin? That's my nigga, man. I gotta talk about Devin. If Devin vacates and moves to 140, who would be, running 135? Would it be Lomachenko? Will we see Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson fight? You see what I'm saying? At 135, we still got fighters like Gary Russell. Them, I ain't heard shit from Gary Russell. Them, we got a lot of fighters on the rise, like Vargas and his sons. You know what I'm saying? They show them what they can do. They on the rise. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fighters that's coming up that's going to be trying to run 130 to 135. So, just like I said, if Devin does vacate, he going to let them have that at 135 and just be at 140. You know what I'm saying? And try to be champion over there. You have to be Josh Taylor. You got to be Regis Prograis. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez now is at 140. So we got to see how this shit plays out after this Saturday, Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez, because one has to move on and one going to be eliminated. It's going to be hard for the loser to be able to start back over. You can't really say shit when you get your ass whooped. How can you say anything about any other fighter if you get your ass whooped? That's where it starts right there. BoxingTalk 100. You see what I'm saying? So tune in, this Saturday, June 10th. Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez, Madison Square Garden, New York. It's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be a good one. I just got a 60-40 for Josh Taylor. So that's my final prediction. And like I said, man, we're going to come back and we're going to make another video for the recap. And I can't wait, man. We're going to see what happens, man. Boxing is getting interesting. And like I said, man, time will tell. Time will tell to see what's going to happen. And like I said, just to get past 130 to 135 to 140. We got to move on to 154. You know, Jamal, you know, the Jamel Charlo, excuse me. He's about to get ready to fight. So, you know, Seuss, I think to Seuss or something like that, he about to get ready to fight. So it's gonna be a good. We got a lot of shit that's going down, man. We got a lot of fight dates that's in place right now. We just got to see what happens, man. And you know, and like I said, you know, we go get back here and we gonna talk about it. You know, I'm gonna bring y'all another video. You know, K Smooth gonna bring y'all Boxing Talk 100. You know what I'm saying, for my fans. And like I said, man, if you are new and if you are, you know, watching this video, make sure you subscribe, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, make sure you give a thumbs up, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, leave a comment, you know. Boxing, man. Boxing is beautiful, man, right now. And, of course, you know, the big mega fight we got, you know, Crawford and Spence. And like I said, man, I'll talk about that fight a little bit. The fight, I don't want to be biased or anything, but that fight is going to be a good fight, man. And, you know, with Spence having majority of the 3 out of 4 belts, you know, Crawford having the WBO title, you know, this is a unified matchup, you know, it's going to be one for the ages as well, man. I just think with Crawford, I've said it, man. I just think with Crawford, if you can't stop Spence's, you know, body shots, not even that, Spence is going to switch it up on you. It's going to be hard enough that he's going to eat your body up. But he's going to mix it up, going to the top as well, eating your head and face up, and then going right back down to the body. I don't think Terrence Crawford is going to be willing to put up with Spence's power, man. But don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be biased. Terrence Crawford, he got hands. He has mixed hands. He can fight from the left hand. He can fight from the right hand. He can fight from the left uppercut to the right uppercut to the left jab to the right jab. That's what I give him the advantage on, you know, versus Spence. You know what I'm saying? Going to the head and the face. You know, that's the only thing. Not going to the body too much on Spence. He got to be able to work. If you in camp right now, that's what you need to work on, Crawford, to be able to, you know, give a little bit of percentage, you know, with the body punches, you know, going into this fight. It's going to be close because, like I said, you know, Spencer's going to come in there with basic boxing, you know what I'm saying, but powerful. It's truth as is being told. It's basic boxing. It ain't extra. It ain't this or that or to try to go overboard. It's just a basic, the jab, the basic body punches, and, you know, following directions, being disciplined. With Crawford, you know what I'm saying, like I said, he's all the way around, but just lack body punches, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I say with Crawford. This fight is close, man. It's a 55-45 type of fight for me, and I edge it a little bit to Spence, all because he got majority of the titles. You know, but that goddamn Bud ain't nothing to play around with. You know, he's gonna go in there and try to beat Spence. He's got to do everything in his will to go in there and put on a tremendous show, you know what I'm saying, by beating Spence. And it's not going to be no hard test, you know what I'm saying. These guys, both of these guys is killers. We know that. I don't need to talk about Terrence Crawford's record, 30, he almost damn near 40 wins, you know, with 0 losses, you know. With the same thing with Spence. He's mid, almost 30, you know, within 30 wins, but he the man, you know what I'm saying? He got the WBC title, IBF, and WBA title, you know what I'm saying? That's good enough. You know, so who would y'all say, you know, comment at the bottom, who would y'all say, you know, has the how would you say it, the best given, you know, chance to win this boxing match? Spence or Bud? But I think, you know, Bud, I just think with Bud, like I've said it before, man, I don't think he's, you know, if I had to say the two who would run first in the boxing match, I would say Bud, because I think that Spence is gonna bring that powerful. He's gonna be powerful, and Bud gonna find out. But Spence is also gonna find out too. It's gonna be a chess match. I don't think that Do I think that Spence is just gonna bag up Bud like that? No. Bud ain't just gonna back down like that, of course not. But I just think strength-wise, Spence gonna have the edge over him just a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Boxing Talk 100. That's all I'm saying. Is it gonna be a great matchup? Hell yeah. Is it gonna go past 8 rounds? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Will it be a TKO stoppage? Possibly. Could it be a knockout? Possibly. Could it be a unanimous decision for either fighter? Of course. You know, we gonna wait and see what happens. You know, we gonna wait to see and we gonna see what happens. Both fighters, Spence. One thing about Spence, man, he don't get distracted by bullshit and talking shit. And if he is talking shit, he only gonna talk to you. He don't need to be distracted going on the internet talking to this person about Bud and talking to that person about Bud. One thing about Spence, he gonna come to you directly and talk to you straight up. So, and the same thing with Bud. I think Bud, he ain't playing either. We all know what Bud capable of doing. He can go in there and beat the shit out of Spence, and it could be no contest. That's what Bud is capable of doing, but I'm not just gonna say it like that because we already know Spence ain't going. He ain't going. Is it gonna be a chess match? It's gonna be one hell of a chess match. It might even be a boring ass boxing match. You know what I'm saying? And if it's boring, it can't be boring because if it's boring, only one person gonna win, and you know who's gonna win that? Errol Spence. If it turns out to be a boring fight, Errol Spence gonna retain those titles. Even take the WBO title from Crawford, from Terrence Crawford. But Terrence Crawford, you gotta go on there. You gotta be a dog when you fight Errol Spence because we already know Errol is a dog. That son bitch not only a dog, he's a bone crusher. Do you know what I'm talking about? This motherfucker go on there break ribs and all your forearm arms and shit. He gonna bruise all that up. Are you ready for that, Bud? We talking about a body shot killer in Spence. Is Bud ready for that? That's the only thing that I'm saying against Bud. Is Spence ready for Bud? Like I said, he's lethal in both hands. He's better lethal in both hands than Spence. I give Bud that. It could go either way. The only thing that I say Spence has the edge on is going to the top, head in, body in, going to the body of Crawford. Crawford just gonna go to the top and try to mix it up to get in and out with Spence. Is that gonna be good enough? You have to go to the body to mix it up with Errol Spence. That's what the judges gonna look at it. Just the same thing with Haney and Lomachenko. A lot of people were so worried about Lomachenko, beating Haney's ass. They forgot, you got to be able to work all the way around, not just face shots and head shots. You got to be able to go to the body shots too to score them points. That's how they looked in and judged that fight when Devin Haney fought Lomachenko. From going to the body, tearing Lomachenko ass up with the body shots. That's damn near 50. That's the other half of the 50% if you're gonna go head in face and you're gonna go body. See, Lomachenko wasn't doing that. He just going head and face to Devin. Not knowing that Devin Haney is eating up Lomachenko with the body shots. Y'all not looking at that as different angles. Is boxing levels to this shit. Only true boxers gonna understand that. You know what I'm saying? True boxing. How the points are being scored by body shots, face shots, head shots, however you decide to score. But you can't determine how Lomachenko, he's popping Devin Haney's head back once or two, twice, 3 times, and that's all you looking at. You got to be able to look at the work, all that work Devin Haney putting in against Lomachenko, out, boxing him, out punching, scoring, out punching, scoring a lot. You know what I'm saying? Boxing Talk 100, and that's all I'm saying with the Errol Spence and Bud. It's the same damn thing, man, that we could be looking at. You know what I'm saying? If Bud don't go on there and mix it up with everything, face shots, head shots, and you know what I'm saying, and going to the body. That's how you break down Errol Spence, because he's already his strength and what we know of Errol Spence. We know what Errol Spence is gonna do. He's a killer, man. And that's all I'm saying against Errol Spence. I'm not hyping him up. I'm not riding nobody's coattail or anything. I'm just keeping it real, breaking it down how I see it. Crawford gonna have to come in and fight, man. I'm telling you, he gonna have to come in and fight. Which I know he gonna come in there and fight, but is the punches and and everything gonna be effective? They could be effective because we don't seen it in the past. Errol Spence Jr. making mistakes as well, being able to be off focus. Off focus. Look when he fought Ugas. They was too busy. Spence was too busy complaining to the ref. Ugas hit him with a good shot to his face and knocked him off balance. Which Ugas could have went in there and finished the fight. He could have got a TKO stoppage if he would have went in there and attacked Spence like he was supposed to. But he led up. He led up, and you didn't go in there and pressure Spence like how you was supposed to do to be able to win the fight, Ugas. And you lost. What happened? Then you let Spence regain his strength and regain his power, and then he started tearing your ass up, Ugas, with the eye shots and the face shots and the head shots. And not only that, then he started to go down to the body shots, breaking his body down. And then going up right back to the head. So we know what Spence can do. We don't seen it when he fought Kell Brook. He swelled up his left eye, the retina, whatever. Against Kell Brook. And then when you fought, who you fought? You fought Ugas. And then you fucked up his eye, the same goddamn eye. So we know what Errol Spence can do. We could be looking at the same thing with Terrence Crawford if Terrence Crawford is not careful with Errol Spence. Massive destruction. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, Spence versus Crawford, like I said, man, I give the edge a little bit to Errol Spence, all because he got majority of the belts. That's the only reason why I give the edge to Errol Spence, Other than that, I am from Texas, too. I do like Crawford. I'm not going to be biased. I love the shit out of Terrence Crawford. He's a great fighter, and him coming from Omaha, Nebraska, he got a wonderful fans, And not only that, I be out in Colorado too. He comes out in Colorado. A lot of these fighters, come out and train in Colorado. This is where the magnitude is, man. 5280. Mile high. You come here and you come here to train, unless you going to California, Big Bear. But here, you come here, you get good training. Burn off some good weight and come in. Ready to fight. Making weight. So that's the one thing I do give Bud, man. His work ethic is good. That's the reason why he's undefeated. He's disciplined. The only thing with Bud, I think out of the two, he's just a little bit more hard-headed. So don't get knocked off your focus fighting Errol Spence when it comes fight night. July 29th. Stay focused, because Spence gonna come in there focused. I'm telling you. And that's all I'm gonna say. Boxing Talk 100. Spence gonna come in there focused. He's gonna come in there focused. And guess what? Spence gonna try to go in there and kill your ass, bud, if you don't come in there and focus, fight night. Boxing Talk 100. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed my video. Like I said, man, today is, Tuesday. I'm at work right now, so I ain't doing shit but, giving out this video. Passing time, But like I said, man, it's going to be a good fight, man. All these fights that's coming up is going to be good fights. And I'm a boxing fan. I love boxing. I love it, and I just want to see great fights, man, and I just want to see upsets too. That's what boxing is all about. Of course, we're going to get a lot of, discussions and, like I said, controversy in boxing. People going to say what they want to say. People going to have their favorite boxers, I got my favorite boxers, and I'm pretty sure you're going to have your favorite boxers, and, our opinions ain't going to never, ever be the same. But, hey, we can still talk that shit regardless, just to voice our opinions. Because, truth be told, you're supposed to be able to speak however you feel anyways. Freedom of speech. And so that's all I'm doing, man. I'm just giving y'all my opinion on, you know, the near future in boxing with these great events coming, you know, in the near future. But like I said, man, this your boy K Smooth, man. Thanks for watching my video, man. And make sure y'all subscribe. If you are new, you know what I'm saying, make sure you subscribe and make sure you give a thumbs up, man. But yeah, man, I hope y'all having a blessed day. And like I said, you know, when these fights is up, you know, we gonna, you know, bring a recap and we gonna talk about, you know, the fights, you know, such as, you know, Theo Lopez and Josh Taylor. We gonna talk about it in the recap. And you know we got good fights, you know, in the near future coming up, updated new fights. So just stay tuned. And like I said, man, subscribe to your boy, and I will be making new videos coming soon. So yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to your boy. All right, this your boy K Smooth. I'm gone. Thanks for watching. Boxing Talk 100. Gone.